I don't know. It's just been more time than anything else when we're available because we all kind of jobs in schools too. Yeah. So it's like
it's hard to find time between us that we can sit down or get into a studio and just bang something out.
Because we kind of have to like plan to be in the recording space.
So you have to sign out. The studio.
And somebody has to be there who's allowed to use it and all sorts of stuff.
So politics and time and
exactly.
the rest of the works.
Great deciding factors.
Have you decided which songs will be going onto the EP, or is this also kind of still in flux?
I think all the songs that we're playing tonight are what we've decided to be on it. And if we decide to add one or two more, it's to be decided. But all the songs that we're playing tonight, I think, are our kind of main ones that we're going to be floating around a bit. So,
are you looking to name the EP, or is it just going to be the self-titled "We Are Here"?
It's already kind of named. It's called It will be called Nothing Personal. It's from the Out the Window. So it was the kind of throwaway line. Mm-hmm. We were like, you know what? It kind of has a lot more meaning. So we kind of stuck around with it.
I see. Before I let you play your last song, have you got anything else you'd like to plug? Any social media accounts or gigs that are upcoming?
I mean, we don't have any shows coming up yet, but if you want to join our Facebook page, it's WAH exclamation. Spell it exclamation. Sure.
I have a YouTube channel, and I make guitar covers of video game songs. Follow me on YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook. It's Ace Covers. All one word. On Instagram, it's Ace Covers YT.
All right. Well, that's an interesting one. I've not had that sort of.
Because I'm a YouTuber.
Well, thank you guys so much for coming in. If you get that EP created and. Please let us know and we'll stick it on the radio and maybe get you back in again. What song have you got left to play us out?
Do we want to do Nothing Personal or Aggie?
Nothing Personal.
Okay, cool.
Not Nothing Personal.
Yeah. Never saw it coming. This is Never Saw It Coming.
Excellent.
Thank you for having us.
No worries. Coming up next, we'll be having him on to talk a little bit about Make Music Day VT, which is a cool music festival which I'm really excited to talk about. So we'll be right back after a short break. Cheers, guys.
All right. All right.
Remember, I was like, I don't want to ask him.
No, I messed up. No.
You did good.
I think it sounded fine.
We did good. We did good. Don't worry.
Okay, so we're gonna help you.
And it didn't make the face that was like, oh no, I messed up.
We're gonna play a couple songs off of this.
Okay.
So when we get there, I'll behind there.
Yeah.
So for Rick, we're gonna bring him a little closer.
Yeah, what should I?
And grab what we want. There's a instrument right here. Use this one instrument.
Yeah, my dad's one.
So old school, he doesn't plug in.
You.
I don't plug
I
my
didn't
band
think
in.
you did.
Sounds like crap when you plug in a banjo.
We are talking about the Make Music Day, right? Mm-hmm. Excellent. So I just wanted to make sure there, and just in case we.
Yeah, there's a lot of things actually. You know, there's about 3 different events
Yeah.
that are coming up.
Yeah, I was just like where how banjos.
So, and this one is the concert, and this is the Make Music. So I put together a whole weekend of stuff inspired by.
And why don't we grab the
Okay,
upside down one right there? We're gonna bring that over
this
here.
one.
Yeah.
To just
Yeah.
All right.
park it out in the front.
Cool. And are you going to be like one of the ambassadors
We'll
of
flip
the
it up
event?
and
Or
one of
okay.
Yeah, I'm the one who kind of organizes all of them.
Excellent. In
I'm
which
going
case,
crazy.
I'm glad to say that.
Yeah, so, and
Mind
also,
carrying the
the fact
bass
that
in here?
I
can't. Yeah.
this year is 100th birthday.
That was great, guys.
Thank you very much.
That was really good.
That's why everything is based around that thing.
So it'll take us a few days for the
And
podcast.
this podcast sort of homage to
Show up.
celebration.
It's summertime, I get a little slowed down.
Yeah, so
Great. Keep playing.
Check around, make sure you get all your stuff.
it is debuting this week. We're playing at Stillwater, New York.
Think so.
Yeah, there's
Come
no-
ahead.
I got your amp.
Big fest.
Yeah, I
You got everything?
think we got all
Back
cables.
here, get you set up, and then
You got all
just
good,
tell everybody.
Little piece
Yeah, well, I'm just telling so that he has things
Oh.
that.
I can't touch anything.
I didn't even think we had them.
And tonight's roll, the
Get something?
Maybe I did. I forget anything. Nah, there was like a piece of cardboard.
But thanks for having us.
This.
I want to leave trash.
Black.
Yeah, it was black.
Fell off the ground outside.
Yes.
I don't see it.
Underneath the chickens.
Quick sound.
Underneath the chicken.
Chickens fall.
Oh, what is this? My set list. Hold up.
Listen in.
Thank you.
Make sure that's right.
Thank you for having us. It's been fun.
Thank you so much.
Big change.
Awesome.
Thanks for coming. Thank you for having us.
That was great, guys.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for having us.
That's right.
Over the airport, so I'm going to post them at the bottom. What do you need before you're done?
Thanks for having me. Yeah, I think it's going to be a really great making music in Vermont day.
Make Music Day in Vermont.
Yeah, Make Music Day in Vermont.
It's called Make Music Day everywhere. In France,
Okay.
it's Fête de la
That's what it started.
30-something years ago.
Yeah.
1,000 cities, 20 countries.
Okay, go is a little bit back. Yeah.
Test 1, 2, test, test. Here we go. Banjo coming through?
Do you want banjo in the monitor at all?
Let me take these earplugs out so I can actually hear.
Yeah, that might make sense. Huh? Do you want any banjo in the monitor or just your vocal?
Maybe a tiny bit when you're playing something or not.
When I'm playing the CDs?
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll
Okay.
hear that.
Okay.
So, are we? How many songs we playing for the CD versus how many songs you?
I think we'll play, 2 songs off of the CD that I picked out. Okay, and I can play 2 songs,
Probably
or
got
just.
time for one. I'm gonna be
Or
honest.
I'll do just open with one
Yep.
now, and then we'll just play the other 2
Sure.
from the new CD.
Excellent.
That's fine.
Can you just play the banjo real quick at the level you're going to play it?
I'm gonna play it not as fast of a song as I usually would play. I ain't got just a man wandering work.
So I think we're going to be ready to start here.
Okay.
So I think your check's good.
Okay.
So
You want me to play? You're gonna introduce me first.
I'll introduce you.
All right.
you see what we did before? Bring it down.
And this is WOMMLP operating our Burlington, Vermont, 105.9 The Radiator. We're back. I'm your host this evening, Tom Proctor. And with me now is Rick Palieri. Hello.
Hey, how you doing, Tom?
I'm pretty well.
It's great to be here, and it's really kind of so because it takes you away. It's a whole different kind of experience. The mantra these days of create what you want where you are. Instead of always traveling and looking for something special, create it right in your own home. And that's what you folks have done for so long in the big heavy world, is make this your own reality. And so it's always fun to be here and present some of my folky stuff.
I love it. And I know exactly what you mean. We've been in many different places while I've been here, and every single one of them has, even though we have geographically changed places, every one of them has got the same vibes and the same spirit.
It definitely here, and I knew where I was. Because, all the other times that I've been, and again, it's been many times now that I've been on this radio station for a while. Did you know that?
I actually didn't know that.
Yeah, I did that for a while. I think we did a year with my friend Ben Bergstein, and we did a show here. And it was fun. It was fun. It was a little hard for me because I was traveling so much, and you had to do the show live.
It's one of Jim's rules there. But Rick, I would love to hear what you've got to play for us. I hear you're starting us out with a live unplugged banjo.
Yeah.
So.
Well, it was just a few weeks ago that I brought Woody Guthrie's daughter, Nora Guthrie, here, and she did a wonderful concert over at the North End studio. And I show the Songwriter's Notebook. And we were talking about Woody Guthrie and his impact that he's had on musicians, the Billy Bragg, so many people, because he was talking about things, just like, the fellows who are just in playing the punk music and kind of letting their feelings come out, not worrying about whether it was commercial or not, but playing a song because it had something to say. And that's what Woody did. And this song, when you think about the words, even though it was written back, in about the 1940s, it could be written today. Just go to the border. Go to the border over in Texas. Well, I ain't got no home. I'm just rambling around. I'm just a wandering worker. I go to town. Police make it hard wherever. No, I ain't got no home in this world anymore. Living on the shares, and I was always poor. My crops I did lay on my banker's door. My wife up and died on my cabin floor. And I ain't got no home in this world anymore. I ain't got no home. I'm just rambling around. I'm I'm just a wandering worker. I go from town to town. Police make it hard wherever I may go. No, I ain't got no home in this world anymore. Brothers and my sisters traveling on that road where 1,000,000 feet have trod. My banker took my home, Lord. He kicked me from my door. No, I ain't got no in this world. I traveled around this wide, wicked world. It's a funny old place. One man is rich while the working man is poor. And I ain't got no home in this world anymore. I ain't got no home tumbling around. I'm just walking from town to town. Well, police make it hard wherever I may go. And I ain't got no home in this world anymore. Tom, you think about all those children that are in those migrant camps down there, right on the border. They don't have a home anymore. They left their home. And that's what this kind of music has always been about, Tom. It's always been telling that story that needs to be told. And I think more than ever, when you look around at this crazy world, you know, people aren't saying what needs to be said. There's a lot of things going on, and people are turning their head and not speaking up. And I think it was people like Woody Guthrie and Pete Seeger and Stetson Kennedy and all these, and the young people that are out there today, you know, who are speaking up. All those kids, you know, from Florida, who really showed everyone what they could do.
Well, not to get too off track, I guess, but to kind of go down that route, a few of the people you're mentioning here are very much of the what we call the golden generation. There's a lot of people you're also mentioning of millennial generation or Generation Z, whereas the people that don't seem to be speaking up about this seems to be more about generally the boomer generations. A lot of the music that we love around here, this folk music that started admittedly in the 1930s, 50s and 60s, those people that were saying those messages 50, 60 years ago, why would you say that there's why are those messages not coming from them now?
Well, I don't really, know. I think that you have to think about the 60s and the 50s as sort of a renaissance of music in general. Such fantastic music came out during that particular time, into the 70s too. Then disco came along.
Can't go disco around here, I love some disco.
That's good to dance. Really, I think that a lot of things were being said in the 60s because of the Vietnam War. And there was that was one of the ways that you could talk about how you were feeling. And it went through all the different genres. And I think that, now that there are people writing songs again, because they're trying to speak out. But I think that the idea is, what I was talking about earlier, is create what you want where you live. And that's what we're doing, not this week. I'm doing it this week down at the Clearwater Festival. One week, June 21st, we're going to create a kind of, like that story where the magical place comes to life. Well, that's what we're trying to do. Right at Kingsland Bay Park now. You probably don't know, but years and years ago, that was the home of the Champlain Valley Folk Festival. And every year there were thousands of people who would come there and listen to music, all kinds of wonderful music. And what happens, Tom, is that unfortunately people think, well, I don't know if it's really, I don't know if I'm going to make it this year. I don't know if I can go to this event. I don't know if I can go to that event. And guess what? Those events close. They don't come to the club shuts down. They didn't come to the festival, and the festival had to shut down.
But you are released in a certain way, and that is in conjunction with Make Music Day Vermont, which is an internationally global inclusive music festival happening in Vermont, Burlington, down in Kingsland Bay?
Kingsland Bay.
Kingsland Bay, thank you.
Yeah.
and thousands of other places around the world. So tell me a little bit about this festival and your involvement in it.
Well, yeah, I did one a couple years ago. Jim Lockridge asked me about doing one, and we did it at Kingsland Bay, but it was on a Thursday, I think, or a Wednesday, so it was hard to actually get a lot of enthusiasm. And we brought a few, and the park really didn't understand what we were trying to accomplish either. But now that it's on a Friday, and we had a lot of advance notice, I've been, talking with the Kingsland Bay Park Director, and she's been very excited about this idea of bringing music back into the park. So it will be a day that will be a very long day for our summer solstice, because we're going to start around noon, and we're going to have little song circles all around the park on front porches. And we'll have them maybe over in the dining. We'll maybe have a different theme. There might be some blues music in one place, and there'll be some maybe acoustic, sing-along kind of things in another place, and maybe some old rock kind of stuff, on another place. All acoustic, but and not amplified. It's very natural, kind of organic feeling that will be taking place. And about these song circles, the idea is that everyone gets a chance to play. No one is excluded. So you have a chance to be heard. You have a chance to sing a song. Or you could say, no, I'm not ready. Let someone else play. And that's really important to me. To make sure that everyone there will be able to participate. And we're hoping, it's hard to say what the weather's going to be. If we have great weather, you can see people spread out all over the park with picnic baskets and, eating food. And, it's supposed to be, the park is supposed to be free that day so people can come in and enjoy the music. And there will be, hopefully, around 5 o'clock or so, I'm going to try to gather all these circles, smaller circles, into one big large circle and have this really good sing-along until the sunset.
Oh, beautiful. And you said you've been part of it before, a couple of years ago. What other events do you know that either you've done before in previous years, apart from the one you mentioned, and what do you know is going on this year as well as the one that you're organising?
Well, I think that they're all over the place. In every every musician had a chance to organize their own event and pick where they wanted to do it. So yeah, there are some folks that wanted to come to my event, but they're doing it in their own community, and that's the way it should be. Is that everyone was able to create their own event. And that's what's making it really going to be like. There could be, I'm choosing to do something more in a folky kind of acoustic thing, but there's going to be people, with their amplifiers out and playing in different places. There's going to be, maybe brass bands playing, because it's music. It's not being said that it's folk music or rock music or punk music. It's make music. And that's what we're going to do.
Right. And so who else have you got involved with your particular event? And is it a case of anyone can kind of bring a guitar down and just have at it, or is it a mixture of both?
They can just bring their instrument and join the circle.
Oh, right.
and sing a song. I have people, local people like Barry King. See, there's another little group that I've organized in Heinsberg, where I live, called the Song Farmers, where they get together and they have these kind of jams. So they're going to be helping be the host of these circles to make sure that everybody gets a chance, and make sure that everything runs the way that we want it to be. There's no rules, so to speak, except we just want to make sure that everyone has a chance. And so I have friends coming from New York, mainly because this year, Tom, marks an important anniversary. Our would have been 100 years old back in on May 4th. So a lot of friends are coming from, we're all playing at the Clearwater Festival in New York, and then they're all coming up here. They're camping out in my yard, and they're going to be here for the whole week. weekend, long weekend, playing all kinds of different shows together, honoring Pete. So everything that I'm doing is sort of a thank you to Pete Seeger, because he spent a lot of time, family here, still does, so this is a nice way for celebrate him.
Oh, wonderful. And we were talking a little bit before the show about your new record that you've come out, The Ricks, sing Steering Pete's Course. So you want to tell me a little bit about that and maybe introduce one of the songs off it?
Yeah, well, I'm hoping that that the CD player will work there. Yeah, Tom, I'm really excited because this is one of the very first times that it's going to be actually aired, because the official release is this weekend. The CDs just came in. This is just a sample CD that you have here. The real one is waiting for me with my friend Rick, and it's 9 songs, and it is not only did the people have to know, they had to sail with them on the Clearwater. So everybody who was involved with this project actually sailed on the Hudson River on this sloop Clearwater. And it was a very kind of a special thing. Guy Davis, fantastic blues musician, played harmonica, and we have singers. And we tried to record some songs that were not the songs that everybody knows. Because, you know, there's lots of albums or tribute albums these days where everybody's all playing the same songs that Pete did. And we wanted to do something different. We wanted to honor him by playing the maritime songs, the songs of seas and environmental songs, because that was really important to Pete. And so I picked out 2 songs from this. And do you think we can hear the first one?
We can hope.
We can hope. This one is Don't Ask What a River is For. This is a very, very rare song. And the funny instrument that you're hearing me play is a mouth bow. That wasn't it.
That was not it. Musical interlude.
On the Oregon-Idaho border, find a big trickling stream. Big to me, she's a beautiful dream.
Come a rickety-tick-tick, bubbling on. Don't ask what a river is for. Come a rickety-tick-tick for a million years. Let's ask for a million more.
They say what a terrible waste. The water sure could grow good crops. We say don't be in such haste.
Come a rickety-tick-tick, bubbling on. Don't ask what a river is for. For a million years, let's ask for a million more.
Idaho say, oh why, what a terrible waste. We say take a trip to the Pentagon if you want to do something about waste.
Come a rickety-tick-tick, bubbling on. Don't ask what a river is for. Come a rickety-tick-tick for a million years. Let's ask for a million more.
Just tan, take a trip on the old white water and be glad for a beautiful land.
Come a rickety-tick-tick, bubbling on. Don't ask what a river is for. Come a rickety-tick-tick for a million years. Let's ask for a million more. Strange sound that walk, 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 walk is actually it's a piece of wood called a mouth bow that has a string on it, and you hold it up against your mouth, and you're making the sound by changing the shape of your mouth. This is one of the oldest stringed instruments known. They play them over in Africa, And I learned it from old Jimmy Driftwood, the old Ozark Mountain balladeer. And he learned it from the Cherokee Indians. That's how he learned how to play that mouthball. And we thought it was kind of fun to put that on there. So that's a kind of a song that you don't hear very often. And it was really hard to track it down because he only recorded it once and he gave the rights away. He was trying to save the river out in Idaho. And that's the way this whole project has been, with trying to track down some unusual songs. Do we have time for another one?
I think we may, yes.
This one is really special because it's about the whale. It's called The Song of the World's Last Whale. And when you listen to the words, like I said, even though it was written a long time ago, it could be in the headlines tomorrow.
I heard the song of the as I rocked in the moonlight and I reaped the sail. It'll happen to you if it happens to me. Sang the world's last whale. It was down in Bermuda in the early spring, near the underwater mountain where the humpbacks sing. I lowered my microphone a quarter-mile down, switched on the recorder, let the tape spin round. I didn't hear the grunting, I didn't hear the squeaks, I didn't hear the bellows, I didn't hear the shriek. It was a musical set and a passionate wail from the heart of the world's last whale.
Down in the Antarctic, the harpoons wait, but it's up on the land they decide my fate. In London town, they'll be on the tape if it's life or death for the world's last whale. So here's a little tea, how you feel. Here's a little test for the age of the automobile. If we can save our singers in the sea, perhaps there's a chance to save you and me. I heard the song of the world's last whale as I rocked in the moonlight and I reefed the sail. It'll happen to you without fail. If it happens to me, sang the world's last. It'll happen to you without fail. If it happens to me, the world's last whale.
Alright, the Song of the Last Whale there, and another song that was first envisioned on Pete's boat.
Well, I think he wrote it, back, I'm not sure, maybe it was in the 70s or so. But it was one of those songs that he only recorded once, and it wasn't, he recorded it later in life, so it was kind of, didn't really have much of a melody. So I put this, a mountain sound to it with the banjo, and it gave it a different feeling. And that's what we're trying to do, Tom. We're trying to bring new life into some of these songs that hadn't been heard much, and give them a chance to be heard by a generation of people. And we just played, Rick and I, my friend Rick Nessler, we just played at the Mystic Seaport Festival over in Mystic, Connecticut, and it was really great. People really enjoyed it. And you know, I think that's, I mean, I knew Pete for about 40 years and worked with him on and off on all kinds of projects. And so this is a real personal thing, easy thing to do, Tom, because when he died, he was one of those performers, you might have a performer that touched you in a way that was something special. You might have seen him at a concert or just experienced something where they made a place for themselves in you. They almost like lived with you. You know what I'm talking about? And that happened with a lot of people, with Pete Seeger. And when he passed away at the age of, he was 94, it was like there was a hole left in their heart where they felt like, oh, something's missing. And they were hurting. And it was our job, those of us who knew Pete, to go out and try to fill that hole by singing the songs and let people know that people are going to keep singing and things are going to continue on. But it was not easy to do that. And we couldn't, Rick or I, we could not even think of recording anything back when he first passed away.
Of course, you are doing a great tribute to him in Burlington at the Black Box Theatre, and I think we've just got about enough time to talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, this is Jason Baker, who helps me out. I have a little radio show called Folk Talk, you know, on WBTV LP, and Jason's been helping me out over there, and he wanted to organize something right here in Burlington. So he went to the Black Box Theater, and this is a benefit for the sloop Clearwater, the big environmental sloop. And a interview that I did with Pete, a video, 28-minute video, will be shown before the concert, so people get a chance to listen to Pete talk and see all these archival photos of how the sloop Clearwater was built. Because something really cool is going to happen. There's going to be like an environmental Clearwater group that's going to be starting right here in Burlington, right on Lake Champlain, that it's going to try to help clean up Lake Champlain. So that's one of the kind of things that have come from getting everybody together. And we're going to be launching that on the 20th, right before all this other madness. We'll have a boat right out on the dock, and they'll be taking people, we'll be doing a little publicity kind of thing, and then there's going to be some boat rides out there and try to get people to look at the Lake Champlain, look how dirty it is, and what do we have to do to help clean it up. That's how it all starts.
Wonderful. Well, I'm glad that Pete is leaving a legacy which has sown 1,000 seeds that have blossomed into plants and flowers that hopefully going to heal the world a little bit.
Well, thank you.
Thank you. And Rick, always a pleasure having you on. And, you know, just give us another shout whenever you want to come back in again. We always love hearing from you.
All right. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Good night. Next week, we have got on a couple of people that I don't have up right now, but I'm sure that they're going to be fantastic.
Gottfried Band is one of them, and the other one is lost in my memory.
It's
not the band name, but it should be.
Robin Godfrey Band is coming on next week. Until I'll bid you good night. This has been Tom Proctor and The Rocket Shop. Adios.
Thank you, Rich.
I hope I didn't get too heavy there.
My stress job.
You know, I mean, I think that it was kind of to have a chance, because it takes people to have it.
Right.
Like me.
Yes, please.
I'm looking forward to the festival.
It should really interesting turnout. Thanks for coming. But
Table there.
Jim.
Perfect.
yeah,
Perfect.
Pete's on the album. He's once where Pete now the song comes on.
And my father used to work down the Clearwater. So.
Yeah, it's down the hook.
There are 2 mics. I'll let you hold those. You don't mind taking your kids to or from school.
Yeah, should we just
I just kind of less and he's taught me and I can't, but I can do it. It's one of those things where I can't, or I
Yeah.
That'll be good.
I'll just try. You know, it's pretty. It's like good.
So much equipment.
Yeah. And when we're active, Jen is going to be.
Oh, that's okay. No. I was just wondering, do you want me to leave some of the, are you doing announcements kind of stuff, or?
that's really iffy, is whether you get it out. If you want to tape it to the front door, sure. If you want to leave it on the table for DJs, sure.
Mm-hmm.
But all the DJs do different kinds of
Yeah,
stuff. So.
yeah, well, I didn't know. That's what I was asking.
Yeah, so if you're welcome to tape stuff to the door, we can tape up for you.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Be right back. CDs. Sometimes I hate them.
If you like feel like you're not doing it right or like are confused, ask
I will.
him because he knows. At this,
Didn't I meet her at?
this point, I don't know what the hell I'm doing. I
Was
just,
she wearing sequins?
he like I forgot how to do it, and then he explained it again to me, and now
They're not
it's
together.
the way that
I
I
didn't
think about
meet
it.
her.
I can't.
I think I
It's
must
like
have met
a.
your dad then. I knew I met a parents of yours.
It's like the. It's not.
I don't remember your dad wearing sequins.
My grandma wears, like, my
Oh,
mother
Grammy
wears
wears a little-
sparkly big hats.
Ah,
Instead of Grammy, we call her Glammy.
Chair. Freaking Tom. Put this chair on my shit.
Okay, so
So this look
you got
great.
some sort of guidance via
I don't know, Sam knows some.
See, I know how to do it, but I can't explain. It's
You
completely.
can't
know.
It's
Okay, I'll go.
completely muscle
Pound
memory
out.
at this point.
posts.
But you can
Because
stand next to her.
John's got to
and
run with
do
it
I
to the
can't.
other
I mean,
town.
I was watching
So you can start with
her
what's
do
on
it,
it.
but
Okay, so show me what you've been doing.
As a whole.
No, I can tell right now. That's not what you're doing. No, it's okay. We're gonna start over.
Like,
So you're gonna take
It
one.
took him like
If we're
at
doing
least
a
10 minutes to explain it to you the
good
first time.
job, and everybody who's ever registered.
There's one for you.
Gonna have a
There's
post
another
Wow,
one for
call
you.
me a slow learner.
Got from
One thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna.
well, you're not
photo
alone.
website.
We'll slowly learn
It's like,
together.
that sucks.
It's
You
like
want
it,
one
and then
that
I
will
came
fill
back and I
page
couldn't
up
remember
with
it. And he was like, "Really?"
So-
And then I like, he
I
like,
didn't say
really, did I?
no, but
Okay.
I probably said that
That's
to you.
sassy.
Because I know, well, I can get sent, but I don't hope I wouldn't have said that to you quite yet. I don't know you that well yet. Okay. I have to do it, I think. Okay,
These
first.
guys aren't posted yet.
Yeah, turn the
Yeah, that's a lot.
There we go. Okay.
You know,
So I have to
you
stop
go
and think for a
chase
second
down
here.
there.
So you want it in front of you, so in your left hand,
Okay.
and you're gonna take the first one, just reach down and grab normally like you would think, and give it a little twist as you're coming up. No, you're twisting wrong.
I'm missing a lot of twists. There's a lot of them where it's just like
Okay, now
two
here's,
friends.
that's good. Now you can let go. The next part is the tricky part. Put your hand up front like this, upside
Are
down.
you in a healthy place where
Grab
you
it
can
and bring it up so your hand
Oh,
come together like that.
yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
So see how, and then see how it kind of wants to go that way?
Because
just
you
keep
should be in a
alternating.
position. This is coming up so fast. and There's so much work.
I know everything's trapped in your Tom's chair.
Hey guys, there's a chance we can get that photo
It's
today.
Tom's.
We're trying to
I know.
post, you know, to a bunch of
This
calendars.
is, actually, can you unplug that?
You know, it's like we gotta keep it rolling.
Some of them are
Do you think maybe if I reached out from a different then they would like
Are you guys using the outreach email? For
I was using my personal one.
Okay,
I just got the outreach one yesterday.
okay. Then would you communicate outreach line to Jen too?
so I can log in?
Yeah.
Okay,
It's just a Gmail account or something that's
Oh,
not going on.
Okay.
So it can all be from an official digital outreach account.
This
Make
one
sure the
is about
signature
to
doesn't
die.
pop up with like some former person's name.
What do you naturally want to do?
But you can use a formal email from the cabinet. But
Okay.
I'm just saying that
Just,
there should be a pile of
and you have to go
posts
slow at first and
And
then.
John should be getting nervous
That's
about
just
how many
starts
posts
going.
there are.
I'm starting over. Yeah, just text me that.
It took me a long.
I think the first time I did it with a 50-footer,
Oh god.
or however long the biggest
That
one
long
is.
one, whatever it
It's
is.
the massive
You
one.
might actually have it in your hand.
Jen, John.
It looks like you do.
I think you have the long one.
So,
So if you wanna try a shorter one,
loop each
Yeah,
other.
you could probably have this one.
It's like you guys are.
and mine don't, I sometimes get a little.
Oh yeah, that bothers me so much that I
think
fix it.
Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. I'm not gonna do it right now.
I can't.
As we go along,
Here's a shorter one.
it's just gonna be
I know
helpful
this is a
to
short
file
one. And
this.
it's also, it's a little, that's kind of thick.
As far as like what the
So,
space is about.
You can just let it
If we're
start with it, just
about
like
big
lying on
headed
the ground.
everybody and what
I'll trade you.
represents as resource demands.
I'm just
You know, if
gonna.
you're, John's gonna.
The one thing I can't do is take one that's been started by somebody else.
Yeah, because you don't know where they are.
And we can start-
And plus, like, it's a slightly different size loop than I wanna do or something.
I
That one I
also-
made too small, that was my problem.
I also can't stop in the middle and like pause and do something else because then I forget where I was and I'm like, was I on a twist or was I on a thing? I just
What's the
forgot
other
where I
thing?
was. I literally talking to you. I forgot where I was and I.
Whoopsie. I'm not taking the blame for that, though. Sometimes too, it gets all, This one's kind of gotten all twisty, so then I use
You're busy, right? You're
big long one, and I kind of have to.
This is
Yeah,
more
you're something
complicated than like
Okay. And
friendship
Alright,
bracelet
I'll turn
stuff.
yours
This
around.
is like a whole
But-
other level.
communicate.
But then when you get it, it's
Once you get it, it's like
And
it works.
I've got it.
I
I can't tell you how to do
Proof
it.
stuff on the website.
I know how to
So
do
you
it.
can go.
Can you like tell if you look at mine and be
The
like
thing that
that's
you sent me
wrong?
about
Yeah.
I mean, he can.
making
I just
guys
kind
work
of.
I can in the sense that
making music day, but, like,
when it's
making
really
it,
wrong,
or,
it looks
like,
all
making it
they look
sound
stressed
more-
out. That's what happens. You're just-
If you're making music
This
day
one
or
though,
something else,
really
like,
what you're
I
trying to
think
do is
both
keeping,
things, like,
because if you keep
God,
going
that
turning the
makes
same
sense.
way, you keep putting the
My
same
work
twist into it
is
over and
that
over and
piles
over,
up
and it
like
starts
logs in a river.
remembering that
And
twist,
when I turn
and
them
then it
loose,
doesn't
Okay, I'll just send you what I
come back
edited,
out,
and
and
then, like, I'll
that's how it
talk
gets a
about
little
it now,
tingle.
'cause I did edit
Okay, there's
something
another one
to
that
try
was
to
fun.
make it sound more like
always put the stuff you write,
And because the other thing too
body
I've
of the
discovered
email.
is once you get it going,
because that, it's like.
and you do it is faster.
Yeah.
There's something faster about it, because you don't get hung up
I
trying
also
to
do.
deal with all the twisty twists.
Yeah.
Or maybe you
I'm
do have one.
recollecting them.
Take another one? Yeah. Oh, the window.
Oh, I'm working out.
Yeah, these go.
I found the clip.
Oh, there it is. Okay. Where's the handle over there?
Where do you want me to put
Just
it?
pick one that doesn't have it on there, and it just goes on this part.
Oh, okay.
And then that toolboxy looking thing is where we're gonna put the, where we're gonna put the microphone, right at your feet.
Oh, I'll go
Straight down.
get them. Yeah.
Hey, everybody.
And I just put it up here. Hey, Jim.
Before you leave, everybody, the pile of stuff here that includes a little oven. Look at it, and if anything jumps out at you and squeals, take me home, and you reply, yes, I'd love to, take it with you.
Wait, just in that pile alone?
Yeah, just that little pile by the door there.
Okay.
It's got some frame things. It's all stuff from old tenants that have like left.
If I bring anything else home,
See, my eyes
My
on
house
that
is
blue
nice.
Barrymore painting, but I know that one's not up for grabs yet.
so that one that goes over somewhere. That one is gonna go in here and you put it in head first. That part. Encore 200 and this says 200 right there.
Okay.
There's only one of these out and it says 100 on it.
Okay.
And you'll see, it looks different than those two. And they just fit in there.
Well, this is taken care of by like 8 artists at a time.
This one, I know where it goes. This one is the one I kept calling it. It says instrument mic on it. It's right here.
What do we do with these bad boys?
For now, maybe since they're on them, probably better just leave them.
Okay.
Trash can by the way.
I need to find my way towards this place.
I just have salad.
The jacket's kind of big, isn't it?
Art hall.
Yeah, that's what I
Hashtag
noticed.
art hole.
I think it's cabbage, dude.
I know, I was looking at that. I was like, is this an onion? But that shows how much I know about vegetables.
Wait, there's a picture of cabbage?
This is a picture of cabbage.
Yeah, you're right. It's definitely cabbage.
I've worked in produce for 3 years. That is for sure cabbage.
Oh, there's a leather jacket. Kind of. A little bit taking on the beauty clothes.
I
I want to see his jacket.
I know someone who clothes themselves by it.
I mean, I already have like a oversized leather jacket.
This isn't long.
That's a lot.
Verizon jacket.
It's what?
It's Verizon.
Wait, it says Verizon on it?
It has the check on it, right?
Oh gosh, you're gonna if you wear that, you're gonna walk around and people are gonna say, you know, my cell phone's been acting up. Can you talk to me for a minute?
It's so.
I'll just pretend I'm deaf or something. I'll be like.
I can hear you now. You could walk around spreading rumors about Verizon. Oh no, we're shutting down the cell phone network here. You might as well all switch to
I'm glad I did it at the right time.
See how that works.
So all these can just have I don't know what shirt. Except for the one that has the blue thing on it. I'll find some.
so lopsided.
Lopsided?
Like the black.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that one's terrible. It seems like it's getting
Did
worse.
everybody notice how much Jake got done tonight back there? Primering these stands?
This is awesome. They look great.
So he's gonna paint them blue color before we're done, but.
He's gonna paint them with blue color?
That's what I heard.
Did you?
Or a blue color.
I heard blue color.
Yeah.
Could be blue color.
I never get all of
Bye.
you. Bye.
See you guys.
Okay, I'm in my new jacket. What else needs to be
Oh, you have the Verizon jacket.
I think it's a good look.
I think other than the red check, it's dandy.
Backdoor's
check.
locked.
It's like the Nike symbol backwards.
It doesn't really look like the Verizon check.
Yeah,
Because it's not the same style as the Verizon check. At least that it is
You
now.
know your logo's
It's true.
much better
I
than
do.
I do.
I have a weirdly good
thing.
visual memory for things.
I do for certain things, but apparently not the Verizon logo.
does it have a tag?
Squarespace sites don't complain about.
Oh, no, I just paid.
Can you imagine if this dude ripped off the tag? Oh, it's Carhartt.
There you go.
Oh, it would be Carhartt. It's
It looks
so
like
nice.
it looks like a Carhartt.
Oh,
I think
Okay.
my dad wants one.
I'm gonna fit in all the skin right people now.
Annabelle, at the end of the night, for now, until we find a better place for it, we'll sort of park it over here
Back by the lights on.
and plug it in, so that the camera stays charged, okay?
Oh,
So
cool.
there's a plug there, I'm gonna check the legs, so it's squeezed down over